What gift you getting?
Getting?
Yeah.
Probably the same old gift that we always get every year.
What's that?
Some boring ass vagina. We go and spend all this money on these women and they just get some lingerie and give us the same old vagina that we get every fucking day.
You're in the market for something new?
And they wonder why we cheat on them. And she come out of the bathroom like, oh, that shit. Damn, I could have stayed. I could have went to the fucking movies. We want something besides vagina on Valentine's Day. That's all I'm saying.
Oh.
But look, we're gonna take it though, of course.
Of course.
We're gonna take it like we usually do, but we're gonna be mad about it.
Oh. Welcome back to Out of Bounds. We hope you're having a great Valentine's Day. Obviously, Gilbert Arenas is in rare form, giving you all types of information. But to start things off, I got Complex Sports editor, Mr. Adam Caparel. Adam, all black. You still in the morning for Chris Stapps and the New York Knicks?
No, this is like my soul. My soul is black, so that's why we're wearing all black.
Okay, shout out to Adam, being on brand very much as usual. Gil, you got the Valentine's Day red on right now.
Man, you know, I gotta look sexy for the ladies out there.
For the ladies out there.
All the single ladies that ain't gonna get shit for Valentine's.
Okay, I think Paul Pierce had that same pattern in his retirement day.
No, but he had the green one.
He had the green one.
Yeah,
you know, you got it better though.
He had the ugly green one.
I like it.
The ugly green one.
Now, Cap, you're about to talk about something that's going on in the NBA, but a specific trend when it comes to dissing, right?
Yeah, I think we're gonna have fun with this one. So we need to crown who is the king of NBA shade right now, because Bleacher Report came out with a piece the other day talking about how the rise of throwing shade in the NBA has kind of overtaken the whole trash talking persona that dominated the NBA maybe 5, 10, even 15 years ago. So question I'm gonna pose for you guys: who is your king of shade right now in the NBA?
You want me to take this one for you? Mr. LeBron James.
Okay, we're a very worthy candidate to start things.
Arguably the best player in the NBA. He has a knack for going on social media and just posting like cryptic messages that you know are about his teammates 1,000% all the time, whether it's about Kevin Love, whether it's about Isaiah Thomas. He's always throwing shade some type of way, and I have to give it to him.
I'm just gonna go old school because he does it the old school way. Joel Embiid. He has no punches. He just hits you with. His shade is funny because it don't matter what's going on. He's going to capture the moment that makes him look the best, and he's going to blast and troll the shit out of everyone.
The Instagram post of him putting crime scene investigation over him dunking on Russell Westbrook was phenomenal.
Yeah, even though he lost the game.
Yeah. Yes. Right. Tough defeat. Crime scene investigation. Yeah. Embiid's phenomenal. Two of the guys I'll bring up. I think KD probably deserves a little bit of noise or a little bit of praise. What are you shading me for that one for?
Well, yeah.
You can't be a fucking shade guy. You have a fake account.
That helps you. That helps you throw shade.
I don't know. I don't know if you have a burner account.
Shade comes from you.
All right, fine. How about Enes Kanter?
Clown. He's a clown.
Okay, what's the difference between shade and shit talking? Just now, just
yeah, but shit talking when you're like ranking on somebody's like abilities or like their family or something. Like you're a trash talker.
Okay.
You talked about how trash talking is fun.
So shade is like me saying LiAngelo should go play in the NFL. That's shade. Shit talking is when you say he's on the poo-poo platter and nobody wants Jell-O.
Okay, so
that's shit talking.
Your wife tastes like Cheerios. Where does that go?
That's trash talking.
That's just, we got a fist fight on the court. That's what that is.
Actually,
that's disrespect.
A good point. Yes. Yeah, that's straight up disrespectful.
Oh, because I don't know why Carmelo.
Well, Carmelo wanted to throw hands with KG back.
Oh, he did?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He met him at the bus.
1,000%.
And they didn't throw the hands?
No.
They got separate.
Because I remember I almost had to throw hands on an individual.
On who?
Shaq. Shaq allegedly slept with my girl.
Oh, wow.
Allegedly.
Yes.
Allegedly?
Oh, I was about to put the paws on the man.
Shaq would have whooped your ass.
No, I was going to put the paws on him. And when I finally seen the dude, I did exactly what everybody else would have did.
What?
What's happening, big fella? How you doing? How you doing, big fella? Family good? Everything good? All right, man. See you on the court. That was it.
You don't go after.
He was bigger than I thought he was going to be.
Just
at that moment. You know when you got that, you feel big.
Right.
And no.
Didn't work out, huh? Nah. Did you play with a teammate that was
brother?
Did you play with a teammate that was shady, whether it was in the media or just like in practice?
That's what I'm saying. My teammates threw straight haymakers. When Deshaun Stevenson said LeBron was overrated, it was just it was just a haymaker. It was no shade. We didn't have social media then where we could just throw little jabs.
Very different. But for trash talking, whenever someone trash talking you, and you've always said that nothing ever crosses the line with trash talking. But did anyone ever say anything to you that really, really pissed you off on the court?
No, I was like the king of this shit. Like when I first came into the league, I remember I was like Tupac. I remember when
spitting poetry on the court.
When I got drafted 31, I remember I tried out for Sacramento, and they said you will not go past us. And then they picked Jared Wallace, and they said we didn't pick Jordan because he couldn't shoot. And I came out and said, they picked Jared Wallace. I know monkeys that can shoot better than him. I just came out. It was just pew, pew, pew. And he, the one who injured my leg and stopped my career.
Oh, wow. So
it came full circle.
Okay, very much full circle. But you got paid, though.
I got that bag, though. You know what I mean?
Saw that match, got that.
I'm gonna give my king of shade nod to Russell Westbrook.
Okay.
And I'll give you two examples of why he should be the king of shade in the NBA. Number one, the cupcake Instagram after KD left for the Warriors 2 seasons ago, I thought was phenomenal and just a perfect example of just throwing great shade on social media. And my best example of why Russell should be the king of shade is when he walked into the arena 2 years ago wearing the photographer's vest, which is like just piling on top of KD and his decision to go to the Warriors. Like that was an amazing burn right there that people picked up immediately, but was able to be disseminated all over the place. So Russell Westbrook with his fashion shade is the king of NBA shade.
I guess, I mean, it's still shit talking, but I guess because it's social media and you don't get to talk, you just throw little...
It's subtle shit talking.
Yeah. You, on the other hand, you go right at the front door.
Bam! I'm like Joel Embiid. Yeah. Undo all the indoor-outdoors.
None of that. Just
the indoor-outdoors get your ass whooped sometimes.
Till LeVar Ball show up and he gonna want you to have that.
You and LeVar are going to throw hands.
It's going to be something. But keeping things in association, I want to ask you a question, fellas. Is Gregg Popovich the wokest coach in sports? He recently had a variety of comments that talked about the progression of the NBA and how they should value Black History Month because a large portion of the players are African American. He says, we live in a racist country that hasn't figured it out yet. It's always important to bring attention to it, even if it angers some people. The point is, you have to keep it in front of everybody's nose and let them know it still hasn't been taken care of, and we still have a lot of work to do. So obviously, Gregg Popovich is a white man, and obviously he's talking about the plight of African Americans in this country and how we should be able to uplift them as a sport. Do you think Gregg Popovich is the wokest coach in sports?
He's only the wokest coach if he gives me a job.
That's all you going with?
Yeah, just give me the money. I don't all that woke shit. I don't give a fuck about can I get a job?
So you
5 year 35. Now use the wokest coach I've ever seen in my life.
So as a black player, you wouldn't say I want to go play for Gregg Popovich because he seems to have my back.
No,
not at all.
I mean, you really don't know any intentions of anyone out there. You know, just.
But if a coach was, maybe differed politically from you, would that give you, pause for wanting to go to that team?
No, he's the coach. Care? Just call my plays 1-4 flat and we fine. I don't get into the politics of a coach because most coaches got to say the politically correct thing. I mean, Pop does it because he's the general manager.
Well, R.C. Buford's technically general manager, but...
Yeah, but I'm just saying, he makes so there's no fire in Pop, so he basically gets to do what he wants.
Yeah.
So, go ahead.
No, I mean, I think he clearly is because he's been so outspoken for the past several years about, his politics and how he feels the country's in the wrong direction. He's been very anti-Trump. So I think Pop definitely takes, first place for this. But, like, right behind him, your boy Stan Van's been very outspoken about Trump and very much on the political rants and tandems.
But that's what everyone's doing. If you hate Trump and you hate Trump, okay, I hate him too. It's no one really knows anyone's intention.
So you're saying that it's just sometimes it may just be a media thing and that they don't mean it behind the scenes? Is that what you're saying?
I don't know. Popovich doesn't give a shit anymore. He says whatever he wants.
I mean, that's what I said. Pop does, but everybody else, how many owners say they don't like Trump?
Zero.
Okay.
Well, that's a business thing.
But if you ask them, they'd be like, oh, yeah,
Mark
Trump
Cuban. We got one owner, Mark Cuban.
Yeah. I mean, the only other coach in the NBA that kind of compares to Pop in terms of being so outspoken is Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr's become much more of a guy that's putting his politics out there and ranting about stuff that's going on in the country and taking time out of his press conferences and media sessions to say what he feels is necessary and right.
Yeah. And for Pop to say this about the United States of America he has to feel conflicted in a way because he served 5 years in the military and is an Air Force Academy graduate. Last February, he also mentioned about racial oppression and inequalities. He said, I think it's our national sin. It always intrigues me when people come out with, I'm tired of talking about that. Or do we have to talk about race again? And the answer is, you damn right we do.
So what was the stand on Kaepernick kneeling?
I don't know if he had that definitively on the record, but what do you think? Which side of the argument do you think he's going to come on?
I don't know. He was in the military, so I mean, until he answers that, then
I think
really
Pop is a good point. I mean, he may have a different opinion, but you would think that based on how it's spoken,
does he feel disrespected that Cap was kneeling, or I mean, which side is he on that one?
I don't know. I'm not sure he's been asked that question.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure he has, and no one's posted it.
Oh, so that's what
because he's in the military, right? So if he's in the military, I'm pretty sure he got that question.
Yeah, but Steve Kerr's father was a diplomat who was killed in the Middle East, and
what was his stance on the kneeling?
I want to think that Steve Kerr has talked about how he is.
Mm-hmm. No one.
I'm trying to get succinct about this. No, but essentially, Steve Kerr has been very, I think, adamant about supporting players and their right to protest and be out there and to say what's on their mind, because they're important people in the community and the people that follow them in the sport, and they should be stand-up individuals.
I get all that, but what was his stance on the kneeling?
I'm saying that I think he's behind players' stance to kneel and protest.
As for Popovich, he was very supportive of Colin Kaepernick.
Okay.
So, yeah. He said it was important to keep the conversation going, Kaepernick kneeling, so he was on his side.
Cool.
You have no.
Cool. All right, doing nothing for you. All right, so I guess we're going to move on.
Sorry, a woke white man does not help me in America. Okay? All right. He don't pay my bills unless he wants to. And he's woke as shit.
He said unless he wants to.
Anyone who's paid my bill has been woke.
All right.
Complex.
Woke. The wokest.
The wokest of the woke.
All right. Speaking of Colin Kaepernick, he wants to ask Roger Goodell's wife a few questions, and we're going to get into that in Fair or Foul. All right, so with the deposition phase of Colin Kaepernick's grievance against the NFL coming up shortly, he is asking that Jane Goodell, Roger Goodell's wife, be brought up for questioning and essentially testimony. And the reason they were doing that is because Jane Goodell's inclusion in this whole grievance is brought up on the fact that in October, the Wall Street Journal reported that she created a Twitter account for argument to defend her husband, Roger Goodell, the NFL commissioner, and all the criticism and heat that he was getting in the wake of Colin Kaepernick and other stuff. So
she had a burner account like KD?
She had a burner account like KD.
Wow. Okay.
How do we feel about that?
I'm trying to figure out if his lawyer was one of my lawyers, because
isn't it Mark Garagos, like
I don't know, because
Michael Jackson's former lawyer?
It's a great tactic. You put the wife on the stand thinking you're going to scare Roger Goodell, but you're going for collusion.
Yeah.
That only counts on the 32 teams and owners that they all conspired to keep you out of the NFL.
Yeah.
That means they all had to say, we're going to keep him out. They all had to be on the same email or call, have a meeting. That did not happen.
Right.
You're not going to get all 32 of them fucks in the same room to agree to keep one person out.
It's going to be very tough to prove that, but Kaepernick is asked to speak with Jerry Jones, Robert Kraft, Bob McNair of the Houston Texans, also wants to speak to Pete Carroll and John Harbaugh, the two coaches that were thinking about signing him in the offseason.
But again, you can speak with 6 of them. They can say, I didn't want you. I didn't want you. That's their opinion. That's their decision. Collusion has to be all of them. If you get 31 of them and one said, hey, I didn't have no problem with him, he loses. Yeah. He has to have all 32 and it's not going to happen.
Okay. But
it sounds great.
Yeah.
If you're his lawyer, because you're just going to keep getting paid.
Yeah. All right. But my original question, fair or foul, making Roger Goodell's wife, Jane, answer questions about this?
Fair.
Fair.
You're saying fair?
I say fair.
I mean, hopefully you scare the shit out of him and they crack. But
that's exactly what I was thinking.
I don't know where, I'm kind of like in between here. Like, is it really necessary? But then again, why not? Just blame the NFL at this point.
It's a tactic. Just like he thought he was going to scare them into signing him. Yeah. It didn't happen. They know you're not going to prove collusion. They're not. They got that.
But is this a good sick little burn on Kaepernick's end to try and stick one to Roger Goodell by making his wife testify?
1,000%.
Unless she's out of the country at the time. I mean, there's always.
But does spousal privilege apply to a case like that?
No, when you're putting it on public display.
I'm pretty sure she's going to speak, but at the end of the day, it's going to lead to nowhere.
Yeah.
Sounds about right. This grievance is going to be very tough to prove, and it's going to be very tough for Kaepernick to get anything out of this. But it's going to be fun to see these guys, or potentially see what comes out of them, squirming on the stand and saying, well, not the stand, but under interview and saying that.
Hey, listen, didn't we have Trump and them on the stand? What did I get them? I don't recall. I don't remember. I don't recall.
No. Well, Trump, like you, swerves out of everything.
I know, but I'm just saying. But we know he's fucking lying. But you still can't catch it.
It's tough to prove, yeah.
Yeah.
Today is Valentine's Day, and our man Gilbert Arenas spent well over a decade in the NBA. So with that comes a variety of groupies, girlfriends,
Lessons learned.
Yeah, exactly. Lessons learned, all those different types of things. And with that in mind, we're going to get his Valentine's Day advice on what you should get your significant other. Gil, if you're dating multiple women, who should you spend Valentine's Day with?
It's like a game show right now.
Who should you spend Valentine's Day with?
You want to spend it with the one you actually like, but that never happens. So you have to spend it with your wife.
You broke.
You got to spend it with your wife, unfortunately, because that's just the right thing to do. And then usually on the
Such a stand-up guy.
usually on the 16th, 17th, 18th, you go with your
That's
your special work.
Special work. Okay.
Special work.
So what's hilarious about that is the fact that you say, I'm asking you one, if you're dating multiple women, and then you say the right thing to do is to spend time with your wife. Just wanted to say that. Okay, what's the best gift for your wife?
Depends on how much money you got.
You said yesterday you made $20 million per year.
Well, I wasn't married, so.
Okay.
And usually Valentine's Day, you're on the road somewhere, but you usually do. Some people do cars, jewelry.
Not cards, cars.
Cars.
C-A-R-S.
C-A-R-S.
You're telling me as an NBA player making $20 million a year, a bouquet of flowers is not going to cut it?
No. See, and that's the bad part.
Yeah.
Because you got to do all these expensive ass gifts for the person you really don't want to be with on Valentine's. That's the fucked up part about it. Because you really don't want to be with your wife because you already know what you're getting.
Yeah, the thing that you talked about earlier.
Yeah, what you're getting. Yeah. So it's like, I want to be with my favorite.
You also can't put your side piece on social media and say Happy Valentine's Day. You got to keep that on the low, right?
Yeah, but if you got it, okay. There's difference. You got your main. There's side chick here.
Yeah.
There's special work. See, your special work is the one you
remember.
really want to be with.
So special work is in between wife and side chick.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the special work is the one you really want to be with. But unfortunately, you can't because you're still married or something. But as soon as you leave her, boom, this is the one.
What about if you're on the road?
Boom, this is the one. And this is the one. This is the one you don't really have to worry about social media because she already knows the rules. She ain't gonna be posting nothing. You can buy her whatever you want. Usually it's like right under the gift, or sometimes even better. You ain't got to worry about it ever getting out.
So what are you getting your special work chick for Valentine's Day? By that look alone, nothing.
Yeah,
Huh?
a year rent. Mine? I don't have one.
You just realized that you're on camera. You had to say that.
No, I didn't know what you said.
I don't have a special work.
I don't have a special work.
You allegedly have special work.
Your alleged special works over the years. Well, year's rent?
You can get rent. See, trying to catch me up.
I know, right? Yeah.
You can give rent.
Okay, so when you
Cars.
okay,
You give.
which one
nice
would you
stuff.
rather give, rent or car? Probably rent, right? Rent would be cheaper than a cold car.
No, rent. Just
Okay.
flowers.
How you go from cars to flowers?
I'm just saying what gifts I've heard been given to people.
Yeah, because you were running through what you give your special works over the years.
I don't have special work. I'm an innocent man.
So Lou Williams was infamous for having two girlfriends for a number of years, and finally, they went their separate ways in the Sports Illustrated piece that came out recently. But how many other NBA players can competently and confidently pull off dating two women who are cool at the same time?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure any NBA player, NFL player can pull off two wives if they wanted to.
Because basically all of them do anyway?
Because they got the money, so they can do whatever the fuck they want when you got the bag. Okay, so I mean, you just got to find two girls that's willing enough to date you, and most likely, if you got the money, they're gonna do it.
I'm gonna put that in my.
It's keeping them after the money goes. It's keeping them after.
Right. Okay. So we got the wife special work. What are you getting your side chick for Valentine's Day? Because you got to keep everybody happy.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Is that a text message?
Group send it.
Okay. So group. You're saying that there's multiples.
It's just a mass text. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day.
You throwing some emojis in there?
Probably throw there. I'm thinking about just whatever.
Okay. So it might have been Valentine's Day 2 years ago, maybe even last year, where Joel Embiid got posted by Olivia Pearson. She put, some kind words, pretty much alluded to them being in a relationship. They were in bed together. Joel Embiid says fake news. So
King of shade.
Yeah, he said fake news. So if you're put in a situation where your side chick posts you on social media, how are you reacting?
Same thing. Who the fuck is you? Who the fuck is this? And then you go hit it. Motherfucker, if you don't take this down, I'm about to whoop your white ass.
So this is in DMs or comments?
Which ones?
When you're saying, hey, take this down because this ain't right.
Text messaging.
Okay.
Take this shit down. What's wrong with you?
Emergency phone calls, not even text message.
Oh, no. Hey, you get that. I'm like, yo, take that down now. Take it down now.
So, okay. Now that you said
Take that shit down.
We've seen plenty of athletes go about DMing women, and it just goes poorly. Some people that come to mind is Chandler Parsons. The infamous one, or famous, depending on how you say it, J.R. Smith when he said, so you trying to get the pipe. How do you...
Wait.
Yeah, that's...
You don't recall that?
You don't remember that?
It's like JR's most infamous line.
It's legendary.
When was this?
Maybe 2014.
Oh, he wasn't married yet.
No. Okay. This was old JR.
Okay, old JR.
This is New York Knicks JR. This is alleged Hennessy drinker JR.
Okay.
Chasing Rihanna JR. So knowing DMs got, what's the best way to approach that? How you go about it?
To be honest, I stay out of DMs. Because you don't know who's on the other line of that shit. You know, with all these catfishes out there.
The Ray Allen catfish story.
Yeah, you just stay out of it. I don't give a shit if she got the blue check or not. Just get the fuck out of there.
That's discipline, though.
Get the fuck out of there. You know, you date somebody who work at the movie theater.
Okay.
You can see her, and she's happy to be fucking with you. You know what I mean? That's who you wanted to fuck with. Somebody who work at the movie theater, Ralph's, Safeway,
Yeah, that's how you get robbed too, though. If you're making all this money that you made throughout your career, you're dating a girl at Ralph's.
They're just happy to be with you, brother.
Yeah, until they had their homies run up on your crib with,
I don't know where you live.
with firearms.
You must live in Compton.
Jesus.
Okay, so Gil, you have all these women in your life.
I don't have women in my life.
We're saying hypothetical.
Oh, hypothetical.
Hypothetical.
Hypotheticals.
Is this Roger Goodell's wife? Is he?
No, I'm just saying.
You're well versed in this legal.
I used to
Very
be
well-versed.
Agent Zero, and I was a wild boy.
How do you
Now,
avoid teammates and other players around the league snitching on you?
Why would it? What?
Because there's some player haters in the NBA that will allegedly snitch to their players' girlfriends or wives, saying, such and such out there with who.
How can they snitch? They're doing the same thing.
So that's your stance?
Yeah, they can't tell on you. They doing the same shit.
Unless D'Angelo Russell, Snapchat, Nick Young, your boy.
That's just something they do. That was just something they do. Record each other, and somehow it got out.
That's what we're gonna go with.
Somehow it got out?
That's how you think it got out?
Probably got hacked. Who knows?
That's what we're gonna go
But
with.
that's what they do. I know them too.
You know what happened.
No. I know them too, and that's the funny things they do to each other.
Is
They be
record-
Yeah. They, like, oh yeah, got your ass.
And where does this video go?
Just sit in your phone.
Yeah, waiting to get outed and ruin them.
Exactly.
Yeah, if it gets.
That's what happened.
All right, listen. Stop recording each other doing dirt. How about that?
It's just one of those funny things.
Life lessons from Gilbert Arenas.
Yeah.
Well done. I learned a lot today.
No, you didn't.
Okay, so let's run back through things. So first up, you spend it with your wife.
Stay away from celebrities.
What do you mean?
Why?
Something about them fuckers is just, they always want to be in the media. They don't know how to turn that.
Are you talking about like real legit celebrities? Talking about blue check people on?
Just anyone. They just don't know how to. They don't know how to stay. They don't know how to
check.
stay out of the light. They don't know the difference between fantasy world, which is social media, and real life.
Like when you was allegedly dating Maya?
Yeah. I don't like what? Huh? Like I don't like celebrity girls because they always want to be in the public's eye so they can stay relevant.
So you're gonna be holding hands on the street.
And always like I be seeing them like you sleep and they sit here doing it.
Yeah. So you can be caught on Love and Hip Hop and stuff. Yeah. Not
Away from them. That's what I said. Go get the movie girl.
All right. So let's run through it. Your Valentine's Day tips for fans out there. Spend it with your wife, even though you want to spend it with your special work.
Yes.
Some of the gifts include cars.
If you can afford it.
If you can afford it. So it's all based on budget.
Uh-huh.
Okay. With the special work.
You know what? Don't. It's just one of those days as a man, you just hate today. Because you spend money trying to impress them and they don't give you nothing.
Yeah.
This is when the price of jergens should go up. No, I'm serious. This is the price of jerkin. It saves you a lot of money, brother, and you get exactly what you're going to get. A boring old nut.
I don't even know if I want to recap anything else. You know what? Gilbert, you're in rare form, brother. You are in rare form. Cap, any response
I
to the
got
Durgan?
nothing. I got
Listen,
nothing. Let's just end it.
that wraps up the latest edition of Out of Bounds, special Valentine's Day edition, obviously.
Hey, you know what Jergens usually
For Out of Caporal, Gilbert Arenas, I'm Pierce Simpson. We see you tomorrow, man.
Fake news. Fake news.
He's like, oh, I gotta go pick that up again later. Yo, hilarious. He said, first of all, I don't know why you say it like I do it now.
Yeah, nah, brother. It's the worst day. I just get money now.
That's it?
Well,
I'm not gonna waste my effort going out there buying you.
If Jergens wants to sponsor the show, by all means.
Hey, what's up? We can put it right up there.
But that's the funniest thing. Girls are just gonna be giving out lingerie today. Like, come on, man. The last 20 girls just offered the same thing.
After all the work you do throughout the day, you just might be too tired to even do anything later on. You was like, damn, yo.
Well, when you
This is the worst
three
day.
girls.
Yo, this is the worst day. This is the worst day. You don't get nothing.
Fellas,
You don't get
do we have a
nothing.
day like that?
No.